You wake up for Fajr, you have already succeeded. As Muslims, our success doesn't come from accumulating wealth, cars, houses, clothes, fame, name, money, etc., but from obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you're on the right path, if you're on the right path, my brothers and sisters, you have already won the battle of life, the dunya and the akhirah as well, I believe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. Welcome to yet another vlog. And today I want to talk about something that I have felt many times. It's actually about the way people dress nowadays, and especially women. I did talk about nudity in one of my previous videos, and it's true that I myself in the past I used to dress up in a way that was probably not like appropriate, and it didn't bring me anything right, anything positive. So I'm the type of person who normally, when I do something, I like to reflect whether this is bringing some progress in my life, is it bringing something good, or if it is not bringing anything good and it's bringing something bad, then I will definitely stop doing that and I will replace it. So I also used to be unaware of how big a difference it makes actually the way you dress and the way you present yourself out there in society, especially if you are the kind of person who doesn't want to give the wrong kinds of signals. You're not a woman who is interested in just going out with guys or casually dating people and kind of just selling your body in a way to the world and advertising your physical appearance to everyone. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, then you will have a hard time to wearing like revealing, exposing kinds of clothes. And as far as I know, like many people, they will say that, according to them, that covering yourself and dressing up modestly is actually primitive and backward, not just about the way you dress, but according to some people, like religion itself, when we talk about religion in general, or spirituality, or any such practice like holistic things, like these things are outdated according to them, and they don't have any utility in today's world, which is totally false. Because as far as I know about history, like when man was first created, like they didn't know that they had to cover up, and then they became aware of that and they had to protect themselves. And also ultimately clothes were just not like protection and for covering up your private parts, but they also became a sense of conveying your status in society. And queens and kings and queens, prince, princesses, emperors, empresses, we all know that they used to wear like very lots of fabric, lots of like long sleeved clothes, long gowns, very elegant, very beautiful, and a lot of clothing, a lot of fabric, which today is totally the opposite. Like you see people dressed up as if they are poor, as if they don't have money to buy clothes. Like the clothes are getting even more shorter and smaller, and sometimes it's not even like it's not even attractive actually. I personally, I don't find it attractive at all. There are so many people who will expose their whole flesh out there, and you can see their body fat, you can see all of those imperfections out there. Not just about imperfections, but it's not nice to look at. And who will want to have their skin exposed to that way? Like you have sun burning your skin and you're getting all kinds of, I would just feel like, it's better to keep certain things private. And the more certain things are private, the more beautiful you feel. You feel like a princess, you feel like, you are precious and you are already beautiful, and you know that. So there is no need whatsoever to broadcast your body out there to the world like a piece of meat. So I definitely don't want to go back to where I was before, because now I'm so used to wearing fully covered clothes that even wearing like short sleeves is totally out of the question for me. And I just feel much more beautiful. I just feel like I am so much more relaxed, and I don't have that pressure of having to impress people with my appearance. And yeah, when I look at photos of the past, like people used to dress up so much better, like from the Hindu community, from the Christian community, any kind of community actually, women were like really feminine women. nowadays femininity is kind of synonymous to revealing your body and removing your clothes, which is totally very, very heartbreaking. And I just wonder like how these women feel, like how can you respect yourself, how can you even feel happy knowing that the world just wants you to do that and you're just obeying like a blind slave. You can't even ascertain your own dignity anymore. And I feel that it's really a very unfortunate destiny for all these young women, like they are choosing to do that. When I see pictures of actresses, models, like basically you're just allowing society to objectify you, and if that makes you happy then so be it. But I don't believe that someone can be happy, like as a woman we cannot compare ourselves to men. I do believe that, and I did talk about that in one of my previous videos where I was saying that, you know, some people try to pretend that men and women can be equal. So let's say that a guy, he can walk outside with his chest out there in the open, like bare chested, but you cannot do that as a woman. So you are different. There is no question of you having to do whatever a man is doing. And besides, it's not men who are being objectified, it's the women. So you have a role to play, and don't do like everyone else is doing. So one of the main reasons why I also sometimes go off social media and I don't use Instagram that much, because the moment I go on my home page, like my news feed, I don't know how you call it, I see only nude pictures, naked pictures, indecent pictures, and it just makes me cringe. It's so it's so disgusting. Like, God created your body beautiful but keep certain parts private. Like, why are you even doing that? Can you realize, like, if there are any girls, young girls, like, can you realize like what kinds of people are seeing that and what these people are thinking about you? Maybe you are a very pious, good, pure, chaste kind of woman, but they don't know that. And trust me, like, what you wear, it plays a big role in the way people perceive you. Because I myself, before ending, let me just add my own little story. So I myself, when I was not wearing hijab and going to the university, I used to dress up like, really, sometimes I wouldn't even reflect, I wouldn't even think like what was I wearing. Sometimes clothes which were really short or revealing or tight, etc., transparent. So I used to get a lot of kind of cheap comments everywhere where I was going, on the streets, anywhere actually. And I used to take that as a compliment at the time. Sometimes there would be random guys approaching me and my friends and asking for our numbers and chatting us up, all of that. But I definitely didn't never thought that, you know, maybe the way that I'm dressing, they are thinking that I am that kind of woman, like a very easy prey. But then slowly I discovered that even if I was not wearing hijab, like literally, actually hijab was already a part of me, of my character, my personality, and my values since a very, very long time. So I always kind of try to maintain a distance between the opposite sex and me, and I was not that kind of girl to be having casual affairs or dating. Like, I haven't really ever dated people in my life as such. So like the hijab was just like the final element to complete my whole life and my personality and my values, etc. So yes, I will. There are so many people who say that, you know, you can still be a good Muslim inside. It doesn't have to be about your appearance, which is totally true. But the moment that you become passionate about Islam and sincere, and you honestly do it with love and sincerity, and you just, this is important to you, it feels right to you, it's no longer a question of having to debate whether it is right or wrong, whether, you know, it just comes naturally. It just comes organically. Like, you will want to do it because it seems like the next logical step. And for those who keep making excuses, like most of us, we were born as Muslims, but we make so many excuses, like we will not wear hijab, we will not pray, we will not fast, we will not do all of that. But just look at those people around you who have converted and reverted. Like, they had nothing to do with Islam ever, and this is so difficult for them because many of those reverts, their families don't even support them being Muslim or wearing hijab, and they are still persevering and doing that. So that's actually a huge, like, they really deserve lots of admiration and respect. So use those people as your inspiration and don't be inspired by the indecent trends going on the internet, because they are not healthy at all and they will not bring you anything at all. One day you will definitely come to that conclusion, and then maybe you will remember.
والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر